The Tipping Point with Mike Tipton is brought to you by Dubby. What is Dubby? Dubby is a clean energy drink that is made to give you focus with no crash, jitters, or angst like those other energy drinks have. They also have no maltodextrin fillers and don't use artificial dyes. Dubby contains vitamins, amino acids, a nootropic, and 150 milligrams of caffeine. Dubby's products are made in the USA in an FDA-inspected facility that strictly adheres to GMP manufacturing guidelines. All of the flavors are unique and custom-made by Dubby, and you'll never taste our taste anywhere else. The best part about it is they're affordable. Dubby's drinks come out to about $1 per drink, much cheaper than Starbucks or any of those canned energy drinks. To learn more, visit w.gg.com/discount/MRTipton33 and place your order today. Use promo code MrTipton33 and save today. Dubby Energy, be better. What's going on, everybody? I want to tell you about my new friends over at Cleverman. Visit them online at becleverman.com. What they gave me was the energizing face and beard scrub along with the Cleverman face scrubber. And trust me when I say this, the energizing face and beard scrub smells amazing. Combining it with the face scrubber, making sure that your boy was looking as good and as sexy as possible, opened up a whole different sensation in my face that I haven't ever felt before. I felt so clean, so fresh, and so clean, like Outcast said, and it helped me feel like I was ready for my day. Make sure you visit them online at becleverman.com and follow them on Instagram at clevermannyc. The link is up in my bio if you want to check out all the amazing products they have. Visit them online, becleverman.com. What's going on, everybody? It is time for the Tipping Point with Mike Tipton, hanging out with you here on a Wednesday afternoon. I am missing my guy, Agustine Pimentel. So if you've seen him out there, tell him. He said he wanted to be a part of the show. Tell him you got to actually be a part of the show if you want to be a part of the show, guy. Nonetheless, we're hanging out here on this Wednesday evening. A lot of stuff that has gone on in the world of sports. El Gato 915 on Instagram saying, I love the Deftone intro. My guy, I appreciate you you know what? I've been using that intro for about 8 or 9 years now, maybe even longer. And you're the first person that has mentioned the name of the song, or the name of the band. So that is awesome to me. Awesome to me that someone actually knows the song. No, someone actually knows what's going on out there in my world of musical interests. So thank you, Elgato 619, for tuning in over there on Instagram. We are live, as I mentioned, Instagram, X, YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook. We are all over the place. The big guy over here saying, my dude, B. Strilla, saying, what up, Doe Tip? Without the hat, first time I've seen you without one. Yeah, it's a different look. I'm not used to not having the hat on, but oh my God, probably take that off. As you can tell, I just got home. That's why I got the button up on. I've got the long sleeves, all that going on. I forgot that I had my work badge and stuff. Got to make sure that's not something that I get in the habit of doing. So that's got to be off whenever I do the shows, but it's all good. It's all good. We are here having ourselves a good old time. El Gato 619 saying, you handsome bastard. I don't know about that. The looks, not my thing. The voice, literally the only thing that I have. Literally the only thing that I have. Bistrilla hitting the nail on the head saying the corporate look. 100%. I feel like I did a heel turn as I see my girl Ashley Candelaria tuned in. Check out her podcast talking about it on all devices, talking about it with Ashley on all your podcast platforms, Apple, Spotify, all that good stuff. But I do feel like I did the WWE style heel turn, being corporate tip. What a dumb thing to say, corporate tip. But anyway, a lot of stuff going on in the world of sports. And we know the lazy river that is the Tipping Point with Mike Tipton. Y'all lead the show. I'll come up with a topic. Y'all steer me. Wherever you want me to go, that's where I'm going. And where I'm starting off right now is at I was going to call them the 1949ers. Wow. The San Francisco 49ers are going to be facing off against the Seattle Seahawks. What I think is going to be one hell of a game. I think that'll be, without a shadow of a doubt, the best game of the weekend. Like, it's going to be an absolute slobber knocker. Now, clearly, me being who I am, I want the Seattle Seahawks to win this game. Like I genuinely do. I hate the San Francisco 49ers. Thank you for getting rid of the absolute garbage sauce squad known as the Philadelphia Eagles. Thank you for that. Your services are no longer needed, San Francisco 49ers. Take your L. You got so many injuries. Go home. Rest up for next season. Nobody needs you here. We don't want you here. Get out of our sight, you jerks. I'm such an asshole. I don't need to be so mean to them. But you all get where I'm coming from. And then I get news today that Fred Warner is not ruling out a return against the Seahawks. So he's planning on coming back. Maybe we'll come back. And I feel like what this could be is posturing, right? Ashley, our resident Eagles fan, saying, oh, you just had to throw that in there, didn't you? You just had to throw it in there. I did. I put up a bunch of reels the other day on my Instagram page at Mr. Tipton 33. And it showed like the scene from Toy Story where Woody's carrying the fork and the fork looks at Woody and says, you're just like me. Trash. So what I did is I put the Dallas Cowboys logo on the fork and whatever team lost over the weekend, their logo on Woody. Because you made one more game. Congratulations. You played one more game than the Dallas Cowboys. You are watching the Super Bowl from home, just like the rest of us, buddy. Just like the rest of us. My hater of the year status continues to grow. It will have no bounds. It will never leave me. I will always be the hater of the year. But I look at Fred Warner coming back, possibly, once again, coming back against the Seattle Seahawks. I have to think to myself, if Fred Warner were to come back, what would he be able to bring to the San Francisco 49ers? And to me, it's pretty obvious, right? Like he brings competitiveness, he brings toughness, and he brings the unknown. Bistro saying, and that's a loose term of play. 100%. I agree with you. Like I don't know how much is going to happen there. But Fred Warner coming back, like I don't foresee him, Fred Warner. I don't foresee him being impactful, right? Like Agustine, maybe you can help me out with this. Fred Warner been injured for the majority of the season for the 49ers, is going out here saying that there's a possibility he's going to play in this game.
He should not play.
What are your thoughts?
He should not play. Simple. I mean, you don't take someone that's been injured the entire season, then put him in crunch time. No. You don't play. Grant, he's a great talent. He's he doesn't play. Simple. Don't play him.
I like what you did there. Like, he's a great talent.
We don't need Warner. We don't need other players. We need players from San Francisco.
And that's what I'm thinking about here, right? Like, we have the San Francisco 49ers who have kind of survived this weird season of just injury after injury, injury after injury again, and then more injuries, right? Like look at what they're coming into this game without George Kittle, right? Like they've
Could you
got
repeat
a ton
that?
of injuries.
Could you repeat that?
Just
Injury?
injury after injury.
No, but the thing is, the type of injuries they've suffered, they've been practically season ending. It's you understand injuries, maybe it's a 2 week, 4 weeks, but these have been really bad. And I don't think Kittle's going to be ready for next season until week 6, maybe 8.
I mean, right, like he's an older tight end, like, and his production hasn't been what it was in the past. Like I know he's still a guy that gets the ball all the time, all that good stuff, but whatever you get from George Kittle next year is going to be a cherry on the top. Like you have to go into next year expecting to have another tight end as your starter.
Oh yeah, yeah. They need to. There's some pretty good tight ends out there that are unfortunately second string, like the guy in oh gosh, I just Kraft is a starter. I just forgot his name. He has a really long name, but that guy's 6'7", 285, and is sitting on the bench on a team. You don't sit down a 6'7", 6'8" guy that weighs 280 at the tight end position. I'm sorry. I know you got Kraft as number one, but you have that kind of talent behind you. Somebody must get that guy and get him off there. You get him out of that team he's in because he's not appreciated. But tight end is one of the most important positions in NFL football, and we're not, well, at least society in general doesn't give them the credit that they deserve because they're not flashy. They're not, they're basically white too. And they're not as flashy as their wide receiver counterparts. I mean, it's a simple fact that a team without without two good tight ends will not win the Super Bowl.
Elgato 619 saying you're probably right. He shouldn't play, but if you don't play him and you lose, you get all the what ifs thrown at you.
And then if you play him, you're going to get what if you didn't play him? So, yeah. But he's not season ready. There's no going around this. He's not season ready. There's no debating that.
I think what the 49ers are trying to do is throw like a curveball, right? Like, oh, you might have to prepare for Fred Warner. He's an amazing middle linebacker. This might be someone you have to prepare for. And then come game time, it's, he's not going to play. You just spent a whole week prepping for a guy that's not going to be there, right? So that would be what I think the 49ers are doing right now with maybe Fred Warner's coming back. But whenever I look at the team as a whole, I'm not about moral victories, especially when it comes to the 49ers. Everyone knows my hatred of that team.
You love them.
You have to give this, like, the devil their due, right? They've survived this season, and it's amazing what they've been able to do so far.
I mean, if you really look at it, they were without Purdy for, I think, 6 weeks.
Yeah.
6 weeks, and Mac Jones led them to, to a good run and everything. But they went through it. It was really, they made the next man up thing kind of go their way. But going back to Warner, you do not play a player from that kind of long injury in a decisive game. You don't. And if they do, somebody should be fired.
Yeah, but I mean, again, like, you have to throw everything you can out there. Like, if he's healthy, if he's cleared to actually play, then you have to put him out there, right? Like,
why? No, you don't. It's like accepting Tipton with hair. You can't do it. You can't do it.
Shaved my head for so long. It's the wildest thing.
It looks funny as hell, but it's like a player coming back from from an injury. You always expect 1 or 2 games to come in and take full stride and everything. you're not going to put them. I don't care how talented you are. You're not game ready. Simple.
I mean, I agree with you. I feel like it's going to be I think it's going to be bad for the 49ers, but let's give them their love. You made it this far. You probably shouldn't have. You proved a lot of the naysayers wrong. If they find a way to beat the Seattle Seahawks, I don't know what's going to be left of this team whenever they get to the NFC Championship game, or if they were to make it to a Super Bowl, right? Like I wouldn't doubt them, because obviously you're getting past all these good teams, and there's some magic there that might be, that might be working up your ass right now. God knows what's going on. But if you get there, what's going to be left of this team? And I think that's going to be the issue with the San Francisco 49ers.
The thing with the 49ers, if people have to understand this, that team will live and die with McCaffrey. McCaffrey has a great game, they win. McCaffrey goes for 150 yards, 2 TDs, rushing, 1 TD catching, they're winning. Other than that, they're not doing it. They're not. Simple as that. I don't care. I don't care. This is Seattle Seahawks. This is a mean team. This is a team that's going to go after your head, And so, no. I mean, it's McCaffrey. McCaffrey's in the same situation Josh Allen is in. It's either all or not.
I mean, I see where you're coming from. I just don't think that McCaffrey's at that level, right? Like Josh Allen, it's not going to be any easier for Josh Allen than it is right now, right? This is the easiest route you have. You've got to make it as far as you possibly can. With Christian McCaffrey, though, if the 49ers were to stumble and fall right now, we'd all be like, you know what? Yeah, that team was hurt. They had all these injuries. Running back doesn't carry you the way that they used to back in the 80s and the 90s and early 2000s. It's not as valuable as what it was back in the day. He doesn't get the blame, right?
Well, the Bills
would more than likely get the blame.
Well, yeah, but the Bills are the same way right now with the injury to Davis coming on like it did. What they got? 4 healthy receivers?
Maybe not even that, because they also lost Shavers. Shavers with the torn ACL. So yeah. I mean, they've got all kinds of issues there.
So Kincaid has to have the game of his life.
Yeah, they're going to rely heavily on both those tight ends.
Yep,
Dalton Knox and Kincaid as well.
Yep, and it's up to those two to bring the Bills to that thing. But can they do it? That's the thing. And here's the kicker on the Bills, Tip. If the Bills don't win a Super Bowl, do you fire the head coach? Because this is the year for them. There's no Burrow, there's no Lamar, there's just you. So
I feel like you kind of have to.
You have to. This is more a fireable offense than Tomlin had today or yesterday or whatever that quote said. Oh, I'm stepping down. No.
Elgato 619 saying it's not necessarily about blame. Take that away. They're both as essential to their team's success. Oh, I agree 100%. But again, like I don't feel like Christian McCaffrey would get the love and adoration if San Francisco were to move on that Josh Allen would get if the Buffalo Bills were to move on, right? Like if Buffalo goes in and beats Denver, Josh Allen is getting looked at as a god. He already gets looked at that way. I don't think
he's pretty. He's pretty. He's pretty.
He's a handsome guy, a very handsome guy. Not on the man crush list though. Didn't crack the top 100 on the man crush list.
That's even scarier.
One of these days, I'll share the man crush list with everybody, but not as of right now.
The tip with hair having a man crush.
Hey, I mean, you got that hairy tip. I regret saying that.
Yeah, good thing that's recorded.
Yeah. Bistro saying the Bills will go another year without a Super Bowl appearance. I get where you're coming from, Strilla. maybe if Houston were to get past New England, I could see it happening, right? Like Houston's defense is nothing to like that. That's no joke. And the same thing with New England. Like New England's defense is no joke. I can see the Bills getting past the Denver Broncos, and if they make it to the AFC Championship game, I still think they're the favorite to win, whether it's Houston or New England.
The thing is, the kind of efficiency that Drake May showed this year I was surprised at Drake May's efficiency. He doesn't turn the ball over, gets the short yards. He can actually read a defense. So I don't know how beatable the Patriots are right now if you have that kind of defense with an offense that does not turn it over and gets you some scores on the board. How beatable are the Patriots? That's the thing. Texans have a great defense, but you saw CJ Stroud scared out of his pants, especially one throw where he went, let me do that again for everybody. I mean, that looked like the show Queer for the Straight Guy, It was that kind of throw. And, it's scary that a proven NFL quarterback can be that afraid of another defense.
I think that also goes to show like the regression that CJ Stroud has had over the last year and a half, because even last year we saw it kind of tailing off there for a little bit, and maybe defenses have kind of figured him out. Maybe they've done, whatever it may be. But I just feel like that Houston defense, like this is going to be an ugly game, right? Don't expect a ton of points. Don't expect pretty. New England and Houston is going to be an ugly game. And I just don't know like who I'm going to choose here. Like obviously you're my friend, so I might want you to be happy a little bit. So maybe I go with the Patriots, but my neighbor is a Houston Texans fan, so I'm being torn in all these different directions.
Screw the neighbors.
Bistro saying if they need to feel better about not having to face Lamar and Patrick in the playoffs, they don't deserve to win.
Come on. Lamar and Patrick did not make the playoffs. So why? I mean, you can, and Tipton said it best yesterday on a brand new show. You can only play who you're in front of. You can't play somebody else. But today, as of today, this is the best chance for the Bills to get over that hump.
Yeah, and again, like I know people are going to dog on Josh Allen. They're going to dog on the Buffalo Bills if they make it to the playoffs. Oh, you didn't beat Mahomes. You didn't beat Burrow. You didn't beat
Lamar. They weren't there.
You didn't have to.
They weren't there.
I'm about to say they didn't make it to the playoffs. So
exactly.
How are you supposed to beat them if they're not there? He was clearly better this year than they were.
So I'm going to put you on the spot, Tip. Oh, that sounded bad.
Hey,
wait.
Oh,
I did a Bistrilla. I'm sorry. So I'm gonna put the spotlight on you. So who wins, Buffalo Bills or Denver? Who wins? And call it right now.
I think the Bills win. I like Denver. I think Denver has an amazing defense. They've got a good, solid team around them. However, we've seen it all season long. Bo Nix has not put together a complete game. And he has these mental lapses that I don't think you can have in the playoffs. Not to mention, we saw what the Bills defense did to Trevor Lawrence and that Jaguars team that was red hot, right? They were red hot. That number one passing defense is going to show up to play. And they've got the monkey on their back. They've got all the pressure. They know what they have to do. I feel like Denver, even though they're the number one seed, is still going to be like, oh gosh, like we're lucky we're here. Look at us doing all this stuff. They don't have the pressure on them to perform. And I feel like that's going to benefit the Buffalo Bills. So I think the Bills are going to win that. I think you thought I was going to go in another direction though.
No. I think the Bills should win. But the thing is, if they don't, head coach should be fired just like that. if they don't, because this is the shot that they have. And yesterday you said it's cold in one and it's cold in the other one. Well, I like to tell you that the Denver Broncos have one thing that the Buffalo Bills don't: altitude. Mile High Stadium. If you've ever been in altitude, it gets interesting after a couple of huffs and puffs. So that sounded weird too.
I get where you're coming from. I feel like at this stage in like NFL games and teams and stuff like that, your conditioning should be as good as it's ever going to be. I know you'll be a little more tired than normal, but just rotate your teams better, right? That's what I feel like. Just rotate your team better. And if it comes down to a running game, like that's what it's going to wind up coming down to, is like what team's going to run the ball better. I'm trusting Josh Allen and the Bills run game more than I'm trusting the Denver Broncos run game. It's not that the Broncos run game is bad. It's just that Josh Allen is the greatest postseason quarterback that's ever ran the ball in the history of the game. We saw that tush push the other day, a 10-yard tush push. Like, it was wild to watch that happen against a really good Jacksonville Jaguars defense too.
And by the way, Tip, Trevor Lawrence, that interception at the end, that was not on him. Honestly, that was not on him.
No, I mean, if anything, it showed what the weakness for the Jacksonville Jaguars was and what they need to focus on in the offseason.
Wide receiver.
Huh?
Wide receiver.
I think their wide receiving core is decent. I think they need a better offensive line. That's what I would focus on if I was the Jaguars. I'm focusing on that offensive line. The defense is good. I'm trying to bring back as many of the players that I can. And if I have to get rid of people and like rotate my offensive line, I'm focusing in on that offensive line.
Okay. All right. So here's the second question: San Francisco or Seattle?
No, Seattle. Come on now. Like I get it. A lot of San Francisco fans out there. I said it earlier. Thank you for beating the Philadelphia Eagles. I am happy that you did that. Your services are no longer needed. Get the hell on out of here. Nobody likes you. Bye-bye. Be gone. I could not care less. Like let's move on. Make me happy watching both those teams lose and cry. I'm a happy man.
Okay, here's the third question: Houston Patriots.
Bistro, let me get to that in a second. Bistro saying the Jags are who I thought they were, from Trevor to that defense. The Jags were really good this year, man. I don't think you can like hate on them. They won the division. They ran into what could be the best team in the NFL right now. They lost a playoff game. I think it was a really good season for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Yesterday, while I was on the Lockdown Coverage podcast with my friend Freddie Henderson and them boys, launching a brand new network, I'm trying to help him out there with that as well. He mentioned that the Jaguars were a huge disappointment. How can you say this season was a disappointment for the Jaguars when nobody expected them to be here except for this guy?
Who's behind you?
You don't want to know.
No, I said who, not what.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, Bistro saying, "Oh, I can hate," and no, the Bills are not the best team. Hey, I got you, my guy. You are right. I cannot stop you from being a hating ass hater. I thought I was always the hater of the year. Apparently, Bistrilla, it's early in the year, so you got to keep this level of hate up for the whole season, Strilla. But right now, Bistrilla leading in the hating ass hater category as we get towards the end of the year for the Tippy Awards. I think I need to bring the Tippy Awards back. What do you think, Agustine?
I think that would be interesting. And how would we design that Tippy Award?
Well, the one thing that you would do is, first off, it's got to be like a huge, just like over the top, ostentatious type trophy, right? And then what you do is you kind of, put the name on it, just hating ass hater. You get like some butt cheeks on there because you're a hating ass hater, right? Like you go that way. And then the thing that you really give them is just the tip.
I just want to put the tip in. It's time for
just the tip.
That would make me uncomfortable. Promise that it ain't too much, but just enough. Just a tip. Just
It's time for Just the Tip.
Just the Tip is brought to you by our friends over at www.myhappynuts.com. I don't have any of the products with me. You know why? Because I actually use the damn products. I'm over here smelling like the Big Wood body wash, the Big Wood deodorant that they've got as well. I'm taking care of myself from my pits to my tip. Everything is smelling like Big Wood, the best way that it should be. And you can smell that way too by going over to www.myhappynuts.com. Use promo code Mike Tipton at checkout and save on all your male grooming needs, especially if you're a hating ass hater.
I was wondering if we had scratch and sniff, but I guess we don't.
I mean,
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
oh man, one day.
One day where it's Stephen A. Smith and Michael Tipton. You know, maybe.
I don't know about that. I don't think I want that smoke, but we'll see about it. We'll see about it. Okay, so you had asked between the New England Patriots and the Houston Texans, who do I think is going to win? I think this is going to be, again, an ugly game. Like, it's just defense for defense. It's been a while since I said this. You're going to get a bunch of big, beefy men slapping meat with other big, beefy men. Just all game long. That's what's going to happen here. And I am about that lifestyle. Hold on. I am about that type of game. That's what I want to happen here with this. But I think the elements are going to help out your New England Patriots playing at home. It's been a fun story for the Houston Texans, but I feel like the better overall team are the New England Patriots. I'm going with the Patriots, and I'm sure you as a Patriots fan are also going with the Patriots.
Oh, yeah, the Patriots should win, and the final score should be 21-13.
I don't think it's going to be that high scoring. I think the final score could be like 13-10.
Hey,
that's what I'm thinking.
That's what we thought of the game the day before yesterday. We thought whoever gets to 21 points was going to win. And yeah, the one who got to 21 points won, but they went above and beyond the Call of Duty.
And then the other team didn't get anywhere near 31 points. That was a fun part about it. Nowhere near that 31-point threshold. Okay.
21.
Oh,
21.
21-point threshold.
21 is the key. It's not 18. It's 21.
Are you saying that's the same thing for this game?
I think so. I think whoever scores 2 TDs and a field goal will win.
Okay. I can't argue with that, but like it's a defensive game. It's going to be one of those fun old school defensive games. What I think is not going to be a fun old school defensive game, the Rams and the Bears. What you got for this one?
You know, this was a hard one, Tip, because you guys were talking about it yesterday, and I didn't realize it was going to be so cold. And yeah, they were talking about, Matthew Stafford not having that big luck in cold games or whatever, but I think this Rams team is ready for that, and I think the Rams are going to take this game. It's going to be close, though. It's going to be close. It's not going to be a low-scoring game, though. This one will be 31-27 Rams.
Oh, nice. I'm very interested in this. I do think this is going to be the best game of the weekend. I really do, because Bistro is hitting the nail on the head right now, right? Chicago's defense is hideous. I agree. Chicago's defense gives up big plays over the top. That's what the bread and butter for the Rams is going to be. But the bread and butter for the Chicago Bears is running the ball down your throat, getting Caleb Williams out of the pocket in motion so that way he can do his thing. And that's where the Rams defense struggles. Both teams' strengths are that opposing team's defense's issue, right? So I feel like I agree with you. I think this is going to be a fun game. I think it's going to be a lot of points. I don't think it's going to be like an insane amount of points, but I think it's going to be a lot of points. It'll probably be boring for the first couple of couple of quarters because, like you said, it's going to be cold, and it's going to be really cold. I want to bring up what the temperature is going to be. It's supposed to be at game time because I think it was something like 17 degrees or like 16 degrees or something like
that. Tip is going to have shrinkage.
Oh, definitely. I mean, you're rubbing the tip with Vaseline to keep it nice and warm. I know they normally do that for like their arms and stuff to keep the moisture in. I'm all over the place with what I should and should not be saying.
Well, this is the new Tipton with hair, so we blame the hair.
Untrimmed.
You know, yeah, you know, it's the prettiness, you know,
the untrimmed tip. Bistro saying the Rams defense is better than what Green Bay put on the field last weekend. I agree with that 100%. Mm-hmm. And I feel like if the Rams had a 21-3 lead, the Rams would close the game out. But I think it's going to be harder for the Rams to get a 21-3 lead than it is for the Bears to keep it closer than that, right? So I think it's going to be a competitive game all the way through. I don't think it's going to be a one-sided affair in either half. I think it's going to be a very competitive game all the way. I am going against the grain, though. I am going with the 39% of people who believe the Chicago Bears are going to win this game. I said it coming into the playoffs. I am riding with the Chicago Bears, not just for our own friend Deion Hankins, who's from El Paso, but for my friend Jeff Dickerson, a mentor of mine over at ESPN from ESPN Chicago, passed away a couple of years ago. That's my dude. I am riding with him in the Chicago Bears just because I want to see that fan base experience what I've been able to experience, what Agustine has been able to experience, what Ashley has been able to experience, what Bistrilla hopes to experience one day, and that's seeing your team win a game. Granted, it's been 30 years for me, but winning that big game is what it's all about, and I'd love to see the Chicago Bears finally be able to pull that off.
That's not going to happen. And I'm sorry, Cricket Commish. I'm sorry, you know, your mentor. What was his name again, Tip?
Jeff Dickerson.
Jeff Dickerson, respect to you and hoping all is well in the afterlife. You're waiting for us there to, you know, to show us some lessons. But sorry, the Rams are going to win.
I mean, I can see it because I still believe the Rams are the best team in the NFL. I know they limped to the playoffs, but I still feel like they're the best team in the NFL. I genuinely feel that way, man.
Yeah. And the thing is, you've got Puka Nakua, which is a name that people were having trouble with yesterday, which was funny to me. And let me help you out, people. Puka Nakua. And then you got Adams on the other side. You got Higbee right in the middle. And you got
Parkinson as well. Like don't forget they have a good two tight end set with Parkinson and Higbee. It's a really good set.
Yep. But I think the key here will be the two running backs with Williams coming out of the backfield and catching some balls that will catch Chicago completely off guard. Because both of them can run, but I think they'll be so focused on Adams and Puka Nakua, they're gonna and the two tight ends that backfield is going to be key, and I really think that that's the one that's going to take it all the way to the house. It's going to be Williams, and I just forgot the name of the other running back, but those two guys will have a field day in Chicago.
I can see why most people are riding with the Rams. Right, like that team is super talented. I'm just going for what I think is going to be the better story here. I like the Chicago Bears. I like seeing this. I hope this year has proven a lot of Caleb Williams haters wrong because he's been solid. Like you have to give him his due. He's been solid.
Yeah, and Caleb, just in case you're listening to us again, I apologize. You can keep painting your nails and doing your perms and all that as long as you keep winning. But we were doubting you there for a second. We thought you were the first coming of Shedeur Sanders. So Caleb, respect to you, but you got another thing coming with the Rams coming up this week.
It's yeah. Like I can see a scenario where the Rams dominate this game. I genuinely can.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I didn't get to talk to you about this over the weekend because obviously it's been, just a week and everything like that. Bistreal saying that Seattle is the best team in the NFL. My question mark with Seattle is still going to be Sam Darnold. I have to see it, right? This is the perfect opportunity. You have a great defense. You have all the weapons in the world around you. I need to see Sam Darnold not be Sam Darnold that we're used to seeing.
Yep. Yeah. And I think he can do it, but we're doubting him. But I think he's got it in him, Tip, and being in the great situation he's in right now. I think he's more of a game manager now than he's expected to make the big throw. He will do it. I think he is the Trent Dilfer of Seattle.
I mean, again, I can see that, but I think he's a better quarterback than like Dilfer or Brad Johnson, right? Whenever Brad Johnson was a game manager for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers with that amazing defense.
Yeah.
You're 100% right. He just doesn't just don't make a mistake and you're good to go.
Yeah.
But the last time we saw Sam Darnold in a playoff game, he saw ghosts out on that field.
Bistrilla, cover your ears. Cover your ears, B. Cover your ears, Bistrilla. Cover your ears. And sorry about that, B. We all thought Sam Darnold was better. And I think he is. Just it's kind of hard to be good in such a low life kind of franchise, which is the Jets.
Well, I mean, not just that, but like even whenever he was with the Panthers, he went to San Francisco, got that reclamation project underway. Again, Kyle Shanahan proven to the world he's a quarterback whisperer. Darnold able to go to Minnesota last year, win 14 games, go to Seattle this year, win 14 games. I get it. Wins and losses are not a quarterback stat, but just being available the whole time, being able to steady the ship and put your team in a position to be that damn good. He's surprised me. He's proved me wrong. I thought this year the Seahawks were going to fuck around and find out. I'm the one that messed around and found out, right? Like the Seahawks are a good team. I just don't know if I'm willing to say right now that they're the best team in the NFL. I still think it's the Rams, the Bills, the Patriots, I think would be the next best team. Houston would be right under that. Dang, I want to put Seattle above that though. I think Seattle is like the fourth or fifth best team left.
It's a very tough call, Tip, but at the end of the day, I think the Super Bowl is going to be the Patriots and the Rams.
And I can see it. Again, like I can see these scenarios. I think the one thing that I cannot see, like a matchup that I wouldn't be able to see, would be like Denver versus San Francisco or something. Like I think that's the only matchup where I'd be like, that's not a real one.
Oh, I got flashbacks of Joe Montana versus John Elway.
That'd be fun. They would be playing that up for years to come. Years to come.
Yep.
The 2 weeks leading up to the Super Bowl would just be beating you over the head of, do you remember the 80s? Do you remember the 80s? The 80s were awesome, weren't they?
Yeah, the Three Amigos. I remember that.
They'll be like, you remember back in the day whenever you sprained your pinky and you tore it off and went back out on the field? You remember that?
By the way, can you say the Three Amigos now? Or does he the three comrades? No, I'm sorry.
I mean, there's always that going on in the world, of course.
Sanitary is definitely nice.
Still asking Tip, have you been drinking? And then also went to say that was on the road, referring to last year with the Vikings, and that the Vikings don't have the defense that Seattle has. I agree with you on that one. I wholeheartly agree with you on that. Yep. But if we can hold Tony Romo dropping a snap for an extra point or for a field goal in Seattle, as long as we've held on to that, we've got to hold on to Sam Darnold turning the ball over just left and right last year in the playoffs for Minnesota. That was a 14, let's not forget this, a 14-win team that shit the bed in the first round.
I think B. Strilla's signing to the computer going, not precisely this finger, but
He's
that
telling me I'm number one.
yeah, exactly.
I did.
Yeah.
I did it with my ring finger. For those that are counting, ring finger, middle finger, right there. It hurt my
So
ring finger.
we've talked a lot in the NFL today, but I wanted to talk about something a little bit more local and something that really has me happy.
Uh
No, it's not the UTEP Miners. Don't worry.
oh. Aw.
It's got to be, and everybody has now heard the name Stephanie Hahn.
Yes.
We have not talked about that, and she deserves to be talked about.
Yes.
You know, she semi-retired a long time ago, got married, had a kid. Her husband is a real good friend of mine. She's an awesome person. She's a friend of mine too.
Wrong.
What's going on? Anyway,
That was the wrong Han.
I mean, no, Stephanie.
You're talking about Jennifer.
Oh, sorry. I mean Stephanie. Well, I know Jennifer too. Sorry. But
Both are great.
both are great, and then the brother's awesome too. AB's awesome too, by the way. But what she's doing now is just out of this world, and everybody's saying, yeah, well, it was old Holly Holm, or she's not that big of a boxer, she's more of MMA, but it's still Holly Holm,
Yeah. You again, like going back to the Bills and the schedule, you fight whoever's in front of you, right? Like that is who your opponent is. It was a WBA World Championship match.
Yep.
On MVP promotions with Jake Paul and all that stuff. I went back, I watched the highlights of the match. It was undoubtedly a match that Stephanie Hahn won, and she handled her business. And for those of you that don't know who Stephanie Hahn is, because again, this show does reach more than just El Paso. Stephanie Hahn is a local boxer from here in El Paso. She is a police officer. She is a mother to a special needs child. And she is a world champion, WBA lightweight champion of the world. That is a huge thing to do, like a huge thing to come off of. And this is in the shadow of her sister, who is Jennifer Hahn, who in her own right is a multiple-time featherweight champion of the world as well. So, like, you talk about some huge shoes to fill. A.B. Hahn, I want to say, was also like an intercontinental champion for a while.
Yeah, and A.B. Hahn got overlooked.
Oh yeah,
and he had some talent. Oh brother, dude, that left hook he had was now that is scary.
Very scary.
Very scary. Scarier than the doodle. Yeah, but. No, but what Stephanie Hahn is doing, it's just wow. She is an amazing person. She's an amazing athlete. There's no words that can cover what Stephanie Hahn is doing right now for sport, not just here, but obviously as well for MVP. And the way they're trying to promote women's sports. And here's the follow-up question to that, Tip. With the major surgery that Jake Paul had now. Jake? Was it Jake?
Yes.
Jake? Yeah. On his, that his jaw got crushed by a punch that I don't think AJ went at it full blast. Because you saw him hit, and then you saw his laugh go, I got him. I don't think he punched him with everything, though. I think he held back.
I agree with you. I honestly think if Anthony Joshua had decided he wanted to end Jake Paul's life, he would have ended Jake Paul's life.
Yeah.
I think he took mercy on him. I love the whole like the way that Jake Paul's team spins it. I love PR. It's like one of my favorite things. And they're like, look at the way he took that punch. Look at how great as we get a look at Augustine's cakes right there. Oh my God, double caked up Augustine here. But you look at Jake Paul's team spinning it around like, oh no, look how he took that punch. He took that punch like a champ. No, he took that punch because Anthony Joshua let him live.
Yeah. And I'm sorry, I've seen fighters that are the same weight class and all that as Anthony Joshua completely go to sleep after a punch. He held back.
Oh yeah.
He hit him with what, maybe 60%?
I'd say so.
The
fact that he was laughing. He was mid-laugh as he was about to kill somebody. Like
Yeah.
that's a different type of psychopath. I would not want to be in the ring with that man.
Yeah. That was absolutely, that was scary. But here's my question.
Hold on, Augustine, hold on. Over on Instagram, Ashley Candelaria was referencing your cakes, saying those are the cakes that we need to use for the Tippy Awards. No. Oh, God, no. Want to give a shout out to my dude, J-Train, who tuned in over on Instagram. He's saying, what's up, dudes? What's up with you, J-Train? Hope that you're having yourself a great time, my guy. We are currently talking about boxing.
Here's my question.
Okay.
Should Jake Paul forget about boxing and just be a promoter?
Yes. I mean, whenever you get your jaw broken that way, it's ripe to get broken again, right? Like it's the same thing with your nose. Anytime you break something in your face, it's more than likely going to lead to some sort of disfigurement. And if you don't want to be an ugly MF as you get older, make sure you keep the moneymaker the way you need to keep the moneymaker. Don't get back in the ring. There's no need for you to do it. Just promote, because right now MVP Promotions is the hottest thing in boxing. As long as it has Jake Paul's name associated with it and he doesn't have to get in the ring, it's going to make him money.
Yeah.
Over on Instagram saying 1000% yes. And then J-Train saying, what the hell did I just walk into? Because he got to witness you showing off the cakes one more time. Oh, I didn't say to do it.
Oh, sorry. I thought you guys wanted it again.
Jesse Carter over on Facebook saying, hey, Broby, don't be ugly like me. You're not ugly. You're just a different kind of beautiful.
I'm just pretty, people. Get over yourselves.
I was about to say, he's a pretty man. Look at him.
Jesus, I mean, if Brad Pitt were Mexican, come on.
Yeah, that just moved Brad Pitt down the man crush list. J-Train saying that Jake Paul is an attraction. He's not a boxer at an elite level. I agree 100%. Maybe you get like some of those exhibition matches, right? You put the headgear on, you bring out another old guy to fight. Maybe you do something like that. But as far as legitimate competitive boxing, you stay the hell out of that ring, because right now you're going to have people that, big name dudes, big dudes like Anthony Joshua, who are going to want to come out here and make a name for themselves. They're going to want to put you in the ring with them, and they will not hold back the way that Anthony Joshua did.
As soon as that fight, right before that fight started, when I saw them really face off, this feeling came over me, and you can check my tweet even before the fight. This felt like Apollo Creed versus Ivan Drago. I mean, I could have swore I saw AJ go, I will break you.
Throw in the damn towel.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was close to that, Tip. I really do, because Joshua did not go 100% at him. No. He did not. And because, again, I'm going to repeat myself, and I do apologize to everybody. When Jake Paul went wow, he felt 60% of, maybe 50% of AJ's power, because we said it like 5 minutes ago before everybody saw the cakes, that AJ has put people to sleep. Professional boxers that have been boxing forever, he has put them to sleep. So just Jake Paul, mad respect to you. mad respect for what you're doing to boxing, because I think it took somebody with a different vision to make boxing what it is now, what it can be with Jake Paul. And kudos to Jake for believing in women boxers and believing in the sport, because he's going to take that to an entirely new level. And Jake, if I ever called you a dumbass, which I did more than a couple of times, I sincerely apologize to you, and will be following you forever and ever. Amen.
And I agree. Like what he's doing, being able to platform different boxers, giving more boxers the look and the love that they deserve, the paydays that they deserve, right?
Yeah.
Like you're going in there, stripped down to your most vulnerable, fighting someone else across the corner for you, whose own goal is to destroy you. Like it takes a certain level of person to be able to get in the ring and do that. So for Jake Paul to get in the ring and do that, once again, hats off to you. Amazing job that you were able to survive. Now focus on what you're doing, promote, survive longer, and build a platform now, because I think that's really what it did, is it built a platform for a bunch of different people to be able to have their launching off point and get to the highest level of success that they can possibly get to. Ashley over on the Instagram feed saying, facts. He did what he needed to do to get to where he is, but he's got like that 90s Don King touch when it comes to promoting. 100%.
Yeah, but he's not going to screw over his fighters.
Yeah, he's not going to be as greedy as what Don King was.
Yeah, and I'll say this out loud. It's because of Don King that we already think Mike Tyson is the best that's ever been. Imagine if he would have had good management and somebody that actually took care of him. He was world champion at 18, Tip, if I'm correct.
I think it's 19, but yeah, that sounds about right.
I mean, imagine him with good coaching, a good promoter. What Jake Paul would have done with Mike Tyson, and granted, Muhammad Ali, everybody says Muhammad Ali was the greatest ever. I never saw him box, but I can remember Mike Tyson going at people, and that was just and there's no Muhammad Ali's punch out, there's Mike Tyson's punch out.
I agree with you on that aspect. I think at that time Muhammad Ali might have been more marketable, but Tyson was the name, right? Like as you're getting into the age of being able to have access to sports the way that we have access to sports, Mike Tyson is the name. You already know who I'm going to say is the greatest boxer of all time. He's been on the show a couple of times. George Foreman, right?
Oh.
Like George Foreman being that to me was one of the greatest things that I've ever been a part of. Was I guess 3 or 4 times that George Foreman came onto my shows. I was able to talk boxing. Like that's why he will always be the greatest of all time to me.
And he was a nice guy.
He was so good. He was so, because he didn't have to do that, man. Like it was so awesome of him to be a part of this.
That's why I bought the George Foreman grill.
There we go. I need to buy it. Get my big ass on that George Foreman grill. Ashley saying that Jake Paul can be a dumbass and a great promoter. 2 things can be true at the same time, Augustine. And then J Train reminding us that Anthony Joshua knocked out Francis Ngannou. We got to remember that. He really drilled him into the dirt. So imagine what he could have done to Jake Paul if he really wanted to.
Yeah. I mean, he would have gone Drago on him. I mean, yeah. And we had not talked about that, but I needed to bring both of those things up to this amazing audience that we have that's been putting up with my butt cheeks. But I apologize to everybody for and I'm glad. Hopefully, I know Pornhub already contacted you, Tip. They said they could, they couldn't take that on either. So I apologize to everybody.
I think that's a great place to end the show, Augustine. Thank you, everyone, for the tuned in. Thank you, everyone, over on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, all over the place. Follow me on social media at Mr. Tipton33. We got some cool stuff coming down the pipe that I'm excited about. Fire and Ice this weekend at Buffalo Wild Wings on Saturday at noon here Mountain Time. Hope to see you all out there. Have a great day, everybody.
Hasta luego.